What's up? What's up? So as you can tell from the caption of this video, it's gonna be more of a reflection of my trade this morning, and plus, just honestly, some great psychology tips. Now, I don't really give these type of tips anywhere, and I don't really feel comfortable giving it to anybody. But you know what? I can tell you guys these things, and you guys still are not gonna make the most use of it. And it just kind of proves, history repeats itself. 100,000 people every fucking day. So, with that being said, look, I want you to see something. Let's start off with the reflection part. Actually, it's gonna be more of the mental, the psychology for the remainder of this week, because today is Monday. Today is the first day of the new trading week. Now, as you can tell, obviously, let's just do this. We don't really have news, right? We don't. I mean, aside from yellow folder news, we don't really have news. Didn't have news today. Definitely don't have news tomorrow. I mean, definitely want to keep an eye on this, but it's not gonna move the market. Only Wednesday, but really just because it's a red folder news, we could have a little bit chop a day before, which means tomorrow, sometimes the day after, and definitely given the orange folders, definitely August 20th, Thursday, we could have some chop here and there. It doesn't really provide the cleanest price action, but if anything, that just means you should lower your lot size, right? Not exactly skip the whole day like everybody says. Monday, no news Monday, skip the trading day, skip the trading day. No news Mondays, no news Fridays are one of the best trading days because the bias is clearer than ever, and the markets are actually moving as they should, as they intend to move. A lot of people don't understand that. So a lot of people over here don't understand stocks, and they come trying to trade indices, right? Which is a complication of stocks. You guys have to start off from preschool or kindergarten, not go straight to fucking college, right? So these people are going straight to the highest grade education, paying major bucks, as a matter of fact, six-figure tuition. They think they're worthy of it. They think they're what that they deserve it, right? Took me a little brain fart moment over there. They think that they're the smartest. They think they're a smart ass. So, man, that was a fucking brain fart. Anyways, I pushed hard today. I want you guys to know and just to look at this, right? Weekly profit of the first 2 days, the first week, that much. Second week, third week, fourth week, fifth week. And then why don't you look at that? My trading profits today alone was higher than basically how much I made the whole trading week last week. Not to mention that if we're being honest, today I just finished my 8th green day, so I'm on a streak. I mean, I'm notorious for keeping my streaks hot. It was always something that I always got praised from my managers and from the management. Since I already basically created enough profit, meaning I can literally take one lot tomorrow and the remainder of this week, I'm gonna have a lot more profit this week than basically any other week, and most definitely compared to last week, which is really the only goal of this account. My point over here, guys, is that when I already did that, when I already made basically more of a profit than just this one day trading, just in 2 trades, rather than some days where I'm taking 8 trades just to, hardly even go green. I mean, in that case, I was red. Or like this day, 6 trades to recoup my loss, and I ended that day $77 in green. I don't need to hit the gas. I don't need to mentally strain myself for the remainder of this week, and I shouldn't. Right now, I don't need to be a dumbass. I don't need to be a fucking nartard and come tomorrow and trade 11 lots. In fact, I can come tomorrow and trade 9 lots, which is probably what I'm thinking. Or I can come tomorrow and basically trade 3 lots, 4 lots, 5 lots. It just depends on my level of confidence, and I have to rank that. It's a self-assessment on the setup that I see at the very given second, right? So you guys have to understand that. You guys very much do not understand that. If you guys do not understand that trading is not a game of being rich overnight, trading is truly a thing that, you have to really just show up to the markets, and you're going to be like, and understand that this is a project. This is a project over a course of not just a week, not just a month, but few months. I mean, shout out to those people who are on evals and fundeds over for a duration of a month, because that's exactly what real trading with a live freaking account looks like. That's what it should feel like, right? It's an investment. The initial balance, and nobody can do this better than me in this given example, your starting balance is an investment for this whole journey. That's where profit from spaces excel. The idea The image excels. It sells very well, right? But I don't need to. If I could end this week $600 in a green, or even if I just want to call off, I ended this week green for literally $521. So, a lot of you guys do not understand that, which is just sad. Now, I want to, answer some questions over here. And, just I love helping people to the best of my ability right now. Also, me reflecting on my trade. So let's first talk about this. You know, support and resistance zones are not sufficient enough. Focus on market structure. I'm gonna break everything down, answering this guy's questions, and I want you guys to kind of just see it too, right? So first, before I erase my drawings and clear my charts, I want you guys to notice this. Now, I wanted to sell over here. I wanted to buy over here. It should be clear what I did. My buy was over here. From my sell, it was roughly right. It was this candle, so it was a little bit lower, hardly any drawdown. It might have been like 3 points in drawdown, and it sunk. So I didn't get really many points. It was just like my second trade, and I want you guys to understand this too. My first trade was 11 lots. My second trade, and you have to look at my recap video, the video right before this one to actually see it, because I actually showed it live. I mirrored my screen, my iPhone screen, guys, and I show everything because transparency is key. But my second trade was 3 lots, right? So why did I go from 11 lots my first trade to 3 lots on my second trade? Well, I wanted to de-risk. I was already up 400 and it was like $61 or $81 for my first trade. Motherfucker, I'm not gonna risk all that to make more profit. I'm gonna risk just a tiny bit of my first trade profits, because that's great profits for the whole motherfucking account. I want to risk a tiny percentage of that. And you have to be fast. You can't do your math. You can't pull out a calculator. And this is what stock investing and trading in options overall feels like. It's the stress of making decisions, the most optical, ideal, smart decisions in just few seconds. And I honestly felt like before I even jumped into sell, I feel like because at one point she was already here, so it kind of felt like we were basically bouncing to go up higher, but then I saw that she was basically holding this area. I jumped in, manual sell, just click the sell button, right? Not a sell stop. I just jumped in for market sell, and she literally came over here, and I think she went a little bit lower. Might have been the red wick. I could have got 2 or 3 sells off of that, but a great day, and I just wanted to call it, right? So really, what did I see? And again, I want you guys to notice how she comes back to my zone, comes back to what was once support, now resistance. She treats these things like king, because I know how to read the markets. And no, I don't use other time frames. What time frame do I have starred? Do I have any freaking indicators? I do not have indicators. I don't even know how to add indicators at this point. Technicals. How would I add indicators? Accumulation. What is that? Accumulation. Where's my indicator? So press trash to get rid of it. I don't use indicators because I can read a naked chart. I can read a freaking naked chart. Nobody can do that. It takes serious skill, not talent, skill. It takes talent though to get on small time frames, and to just to finger or label fair value gap, inverse fair value gap. Now, enough with the mockery of other strategies. Let's talk about today's trade. All I could see, just being straight up, all I could see is that we did this. Yes, I knew it was going to come back. I just didn't know when it was going to come back. So I knew that we're basically holding right here, right? Because that was support. What did we do? We came over here, bounced up, retested it, bounced up. Now, if I just delete just this, just so it's clear for you guys, so you can see it, I can easily tell that we basically held this area, pushed up, came down, pushed up, came down. I think we might have had some type of news or whatever spiked the volume and volatility, but she spiked up, and then when we came crashing down, all those red candles, hardly any greens. I want you guys to notice that hardly any greens, right? Even that one green candle, it said that we came over here and pushed up. So really, still the same, confirming my bias basically, right? I mean, not all the way down here. It was basically what, 15, 16 points higher than what I wanted, where I wanted. Sure, but she came all the way down, not a single green candle. So basically, we have this gap over here. I want you guys to acknowledge that we have this gap over here. Look to the left, look to the left, look to the left, look to the left. Well, I do remember we basically held support over here. That's messy. We held support basically right here. And history always repeats itself. Well, it's not going to be super precise per se, but you know, it held itself, right? So look at this, look at this, look at this. So I want you guys, why don't you also look at this? Look at this, look at this. Wow, right? I am fucking good at this whole trading shit. People, it's not magic, guys. It's not magic. People say, "Oh my God, RZ is the magician." Yeah, no, I'm not. Let's be humble. I'm not. I knew it had to. Well, actually, I knew that we had a gap over here, and she had to basically fill this in. Yeah, actually, I should say we have something over here. Whatever gap, I noticed that we had a lot of gaps. I noticed we closed this, sure. But I really wanted to see it basically curl back up and for a final flush. And given Trump's tweet, I knew that we were given some type of bullish momentum. It's just, I really wanted to see it hold basically right here. I took a buy right here. I was up, I don't think more than 15 or 10 points to be brutally honest. Might have been 10 points after spreads. I didn't move my stop loss. I mean, I remember it was $100 from 11 points. So yeah, that's like easily 9-10 points, right? Now, what really just shook me up is that, and I want you guys to pay close attention. What shook me up as I'm in this chart, as I'm in trading, and I'm like, but I'm honestly, there's a huge fight in my war. It's a huge tug of war, because we came down, we have this little box, we have, you know, obviously we have to come here, we have to test this. There's no two ways about it. We have to test this, okay? Right there, we have to test that. That was support, resistance. We have to test it. But, and pay close attention, What did we do right here? Yeah, I noticed that, and that's exactly why I wanted to see a break of structure from this. And then if we broke this pre-market to the north, I would have adjusted my stop loss to secure some type of profit, or to get out, basically break even. And that's exactly what I did not see, and that's exactly times like that when you should basically get out of your trade. And when you enter a trade late, when you chase a trade, you know, say for example you enter basically right here, which is what I was so fucking close to. I was a little bit lower, luckily. Not that I actually performed a good example of this today, to be honest. But if you put your example, I mean, if you entered closer to the zone that you need a clearance from to prove yourself right, to prove your bias right, to stay in the trade or to get out, the closer you are to it, the honestly, this is a huge trick. The more space there is, guys, the more space there is to protect your trade, to protect your account, to protect yourself. The farther it is, the more space there is, the closer it is to the zone that you need clearance from. You know, to just put an example, you have less space, less time to react, right? Because let's say you got in a buy over there. Again, let's just say you wanted to see it hold support over here. So she's so close to coming up. You know, let's say you got in the charts late. You got in, you press buy manually. She's wicking this area. Now you're basically how much in drawdown, right? Again, this very, very similar case to me. I just acknowledged that we had to be bullish. I did put a physical stop loss all the way down here. Just looking to the left, I basically wanted to see it hold right here. Okay. I wanted to see it hold right here. So it was honestly, you know, I can't really let this thing come down anything lower than over here, because then at one point or I should say, at some point that could easily be basically a 70 to 80, maybe 90 points of a loss. And by no means is that a good trading. And you could just I could blow my account. Um, so I had to put a hard stop loss. I needed to basically cut something at some point. Um, you don't have to copy me. You should not be copying my style of trading in this very given example and in this aspect, because I chase profit rather than admitting defeat, when I should have 100 times 100-fold admitted defeat. So there's days where you cut a trade because you know that it's a you gotta protect your account, but it's a worthy loss. I want to emphasize that there are losses that are worthy. There are losses, there are trades that don't pan out, and you cut it. And you know what? You have to look back in your journal, and you have to just say it was a good. I support. You look back, do your little reflection, right, like right now, and you look back and you're like, I understand why I took that loss, man. Keep your chin up, guys. You keep your chin up. These two losses that I had on the account, I deserved it. Today was a simple 1-1. If it was red, I would have deserved it. I very much could have been in a red negative 521. And again, if you didn't watch the video before, my actual trade recap, this is more of just a reflection standpoint rather than actually thinking, reflecting on that trade per se. Watch it. I very much was close to hitting negative 500 on the day. And there's another reason why, since I was very much right at that point, closing out negative 500, I don't think tomorrow I should take this as a, just because I ended today green. I don't think I should come back tomorrow and be like, wow, let me hit the gas. That's just some dumb shit right there. If you're gonna be thinking you should hit the gas, right? Don't come back tomorrow and be taking 13 lots. Don't come back the next day taking 15 lots. I mean, if you know what you're doing, and if the markets are fucking hot, which they are, and I'm not saying that I 100% won't take 13 lots. I just really need to be convinced of a really good reason that tomorrow, if I come and if I decide I want to trade, which again I always want to be 100% respectful of myself and respecting to myself, respecting me, respecting the man in the mirror. I don't know if I want to put myself through massive stress. I don't know if I want to discard my profit in case if things go south, just like how they almost were this morning. Okay. And the fact that Trump said that this morning, Monday morning, is gonna be bullish, I also very much let that blind me. So I want to just keep it a buck. I'm astonished. I am blown today. Today was one of those miraculously magical days. Biggest profit on that small account. So, a lot of hype. Posted on social media, a lot of attention, a lot of praise. But it's not worthy of praise, guys. I'm being straight up. It's not worthy of praise. So when we actually wicked this, I was like, because notice, she came over here, retraced, lower lows. Honestly, I should have figured that, we could have done this, we could have retraced, but then eventually, and it made perfect sense that you should have put basically a buy. I mean, I'm still going to say a buy was due because she had to basically hold support somewhere down here and to push back up, and this was the winning trade, to be honest. I know I didn't take heavy lots, but it's because I wanted to respect myself. I don't want to put myself through hell, since I already did with the first trade. But this was the main trade. I see some of my former students not even taking a buy. They're smart for that, because things can get very, obviously, when you know how to read the charts like I do, which is why I stick to always one time frame. I don't need to go in a 1 minute time frame. I don't need to look at the 45-30 minute time frame. I don't need to look at an hour. At one point, I was actually looking only at the 30 minute and 1 hour simultaneously. And you have to do what honestly clicks to you. I get that. I'm not here to say the 30 minute time frame is bullshit. That's completely varies and differs per trader. So yeah, you just if you go on the 1 hour time frame, if you can read this, if you can understand this, if you can understand what we did here and bounce, if you can understand, yeah, sure, we're holding some type of support over here, and now it's gonna be resistance, and then you see this. Take a look. If you could see this, you see how in a 1 hour time frame, this is actually really clear. I mean, I'm just I have not been on the 1 hour time frame in fucking ages. So if you can very much understand this, this is clear. This is actually really clear. Holy shit. This is really clear. Wow. Huh. This is this is clear as shit. Oh my god. This is clear as shit. Goddamn. Yeah, this is clear as a motherfucker, man. Retester, shut up. Wow, this is super clear. Then it makes 15-minute time frame feel like a child's play. That's actually freaking insane, guys. Well, I'm not gonna lie, my mind is blown a little bit. Kind of proves why I was looking at the 1 hour time frame, but there are some setups where it just doesn't seem evident on a 15-minute time frame. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't seem evident on a 30-minute time frame or a 1 hour time frame. So I hope this video is great. I hope this video teaches you a lot of things. Unlike other traders, I don't need to. I do whatever to put myself first. I do whatever to emphasize and to grow my mental rather than breaking it down like every other trader, to be honest. A lot of people treat trading like a casino. A lot of people... No trader can say what I just told you guys in this video. And I can hold my damn balls while saying that all over again. I really can. So, best of luck tomorrow. Peace, love, and cheers. As always, guys, I love you guys. Thank you.